Oh, Tour Divide, day 14. I was expecting rain. I wasn't expecting massive thunderstorms. One came through last night and it was exciting. And part 2 started just after dawn. I'm going to hang out here for a bit. Hope this passes soon. Alright, looks like the worst of it is passed by. I think that's east and things are looking good. I pulled a forecast from the Magic Satellite forecast guys and they say it's going to be a break at about 9 a.m. and it's going to be sunny for a bit and then 30% chance of rain the rest of the day. Unfortunately, my little boondoggle in Butte means that I've set myself up to do Fleecer Ridge, which is the most notorious descent on the tour during that time when there may be rain. I didn't realize that at the time and hopefully it'll hold off. In the meantime, time to start drying out, packing up, and getting that bike back on the road. I have 52 degrees today, so gotta get bundled up too. And that's all for now. All right, 7:42. Not a great start, but not as bad given the weather conditions. Unfortunately, that's where the weather's going. That's where the weather's coming from. All right, so weather is moving in fast. It's been lightning and thundering. Stop now because I pulled the camera out. I've got a little rise and then I start a big climb. I don't want to be on a climb. So what I'm going to do is hang out in this little culvert. Hopefully it's the lowest spot around, not directly under a tree. And I'll break out my rain fly and make a little bivvy out of it and wait it out. If it's like the others, it'll only be half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour. Tour Divide, day 14. Having fun. Skies are brightening up. I haven't heard any thunder in a while, so my little shelter-in-place strategy worked out relatively well until the puddle formed. I scooched up a little higher. All right, time to go for a bike ride. The rocks are incredible. Nothing like that in New England. It was a tough day. Strong headwinds. 1 minute it's raining. Next minute it's so hot I need my sun protection on. And this climb never ends, as they never do. I think I've gone 14 miles in 5 hours. Not exactly burning up the course today. It's Fleecer Ridge. It is spectacular up here. It's been a ton of climbing. Fun part's up ahead when it's the steepest descent of the entire tour. I've heard of people riding it. I think most people walk it. I will certainly be walking it. When I thought about doing this ride and I wanted to bring a drone, this is the #1 place I wanted to launch it. I thought the shots would be spectacular. Instead, I could barely hold myself up. That drone would be about 4 miles backwards as soon as I got it up. So we gotta settle for me with the camera. So I think that's where we get to the steep stuff. Notice it just drops off. I'm not yet at the steep section, but I'm already at a point where my hands hurt just from bringing the bike down. Steep stuff really begins down by those trees. But I'll tell you what, if I let go of the bike right now, it would just tumble down there. Little status check. I basically can't get any traction with my shoes on the rocks, so I've been walking through the grass. Looks like we're almost done. I think we just gotta level out after those trees. Oh, I was wrong. I made it past those trees, and it just gets steeper. I mean, down there it looks like a cliff. The end is in sight. All right, made it down. One piece. It's unbelievable that it went on for so far much further than that. Between the mud, the headwinds, the long climb up to Fleecer, and the insane descent off of it, I've gone 22 miles in just about 8 hours. All right, made it down off of Fleecer Ridge. Made it into Wise River. Stopped there very briefly. There's not really any refueling and stocking up areas that I could find. There's the campground it's probably about 10 or 11 miles now. But it is into a headwind that is just a monster. Tour Divide day 14 in the books. 50 miles today, on and up. I certainly intended to do more, but you know, at the start of the day it was pretty rough, huh? I'm riding through clay, crashing once on the descent, then the climb to Fleecer Ridge, the descent from Fleecer Ridge, like that all added up. The last stretch was about 15 miles into the wind. Found this little campsite on the side of the road. Got some dinner set up. Found these in the chair I've been lugging around for 700 miles. All right, on menu tonight, we have chicken ramen with 2 packets of tuna of assorted flavors, a couple packets of mustard, some cheese. Sounds gross. Kinda don't care. I haven't had a chance to restock, so this will be my 3rd night in the wild. I think the last time we stocked up was before we left Helena, so tomorrow will be day 4. I'm definitely getting low on supplies. I'd hope to stop at somewhere in Wise River today, but there didn't seem to be any gas stations or anything, so kind of blew on through there. At some point, I'm going to run out of food to eat on the bike and off to bed early because, man, I'm exhausted. All right, that's all. Good night. Tour Divide, day 14. Tour Divide, day 15. The neighbors are restless. I'm being invaded. Tour Divide day 15. I'm finally breaking down, getting out of here. It's just about 7 a.m. About an hour later than I wanted to leave. I went to start packing up my stuff and realized that after yesterday's roller coaster of weather conditions, where one minute it's, I'm hiding in a ditch because of thunderstorms. The next minute it's 40 degrees and windy. The next minute it's felt like 85 and baking. All my stuff is jumbled up. Time to restuff, repackage, rethink things. Also happy I got up early enough before the attack of the cows, because they've been coming through for almost an hour now. There must have been 60 or 70 of them. Time to finish packing up and get that bike over there on the road over there. I should add one thing that's stressing me out. So the first week of the trip was very communal. And then the second week I was with Rob. Now I'm on my own, which is fine. How I know where I'm going is by a route that someone built in an app called Ride with GPS. And they put points of interest in along the way. So it does a great job of telling you there's about a mile until the next water spot. There's 4 campgrounds before the next summit. And does do occasionally, there's a store along the way. And if so, it gives you the hours and phone number. All good stuff. What it doesn't do is tell you if you go half a mile off the route or 5 miles off the route, you're going to find a town with grocery stores and convenience stores and lodging. Back when there were a lot of people around, there's a lot of word of mouth. Hey, take a right at the end of this hill and you'll find a place to get lunch. With Rob, he had a data plan that seemed to work almost anywhere. My cell coverage sucks. Works great back home. Out here, I'm lucky if I can get coverage even inside of town. I'm often in the dark. When I look at the route for today, there's nothing on it. There's a couple water stops and no towns, no resupply, no nothing. And a ride with GPS maps. I've tried a bunch of different overlays and none of them have the town on them. So you'll see an intersection and maybe there's something there. Maybe there's not. Like I said, I've resupplied in Helena. I didn't resupply in Butte because I thought I'd do that in the morning when I woke up there and I didn't stay there. And so now this is day 4 and that's why resupplies are running low. I should have enough to make it through tonight into tomorrow. So that's a problem I need to solve somehow. That's the quandary of the day. And now I need to quit stalling and actually get out on the road. I had to pause on this descent because just the views coming into Dillon, Montana are pretty great. Not so great as the road is filled with cow shit. A little bit over here, but you can't miss it. So, you're looking for a bike wash. A fun morning of climbing and a massive paved descent. We've been descending for about 4 hours now, which is cool. Check the cows there. I've got tailwind, so life is good. That had to be the sweetest stretch by the Tour Divide so far. Cranked across there with a massive tailwind. Probably only 5-6 miles or something, but man, that was amazing. What a difference a day makes. This time yesterday I was on top of Lisa Ridge. Well, 57 miles into the route so far today. Haven't passed a store or gas station or anything out here. There's not much to speak of. I think I'm heading for the hills there. And then Lima is another 60 miles away, which will make for a pretty big day. That seems to be the next sign of civilization. This race is such a mindfuck. It was only a couple days ago, we were in Orlando with 20-some of us sleeping in a church basement together. Now, so many have dropped out, so many are far ahead of me, a couple behind me. And the last time I talked to another person was over 2 days ago when I checked into that Super 8. Just wild to be this far alone. Hey there. And there. I got 75 miles in today. Looks like Lima is the next town, is another 45 away. So roughly 120 mile day, but it looks like there's lodging available and the things they'll do for a flushing toilet. There's some amazing caves in these walls. Alright, Tour Divide, day 15 in the books. The push for Lima worked out. Got this awesome place. Got in a little after 10 o'clock. Nothing's open here. I'm out of all bike food. I think I still have some ramen, so I think I'm gonna cook that up. And one last thing before I sign off for the night, without anything after 120 miles, when I look over here and junk food provided as part of the room. Alright, that's all. Good night.